Rest in peace, Richard Pryor. Long live Richard Pryor, because he opened up the door. He was a trailblazer. He was a trailblazer too. You see, without Richard Pryor, there'd be no Eddie Murphy, no Kattimonials. There'd be nobody.
Right.
Eddie Murphy and Kattimonials, Lawrence, Martin Lawrence.
Yeah.
Sinbad, all of them could tip their hats and give credit where it's due.
Right.
Now, on the flip side of that, Muhammad Ali is the one who was instrumental in opening up the belt, the door for boxers. Without Muhammad Ali, there'd been no black boxers, man. I mean, they wouldn't be as prominent as they are right now. And so I'd just like to say to the racists in general that together with black nationalism, we can overcome a lot of things, but we must understand who we are.
Okay.
You can't hate me because I'm black, because if you look in the mirror, you'll find the same complexion. Don't bring into existence what others have said about our race, that we'll never come together and we will never know black nationalism. Don't let that come true, please, because people. These are a few of the people who are watching us: Malcolm X, Maulana Ringa, Ace Rap Brown, Tony Carmichael, Huey P. Newton. Just to name a few of them. They're watching us, man. And for us to just disrespect ourselves by killing each other, I mean, it doesn't make good nonsense. It goes contrary to anything that is productive in the lines of unity.
Did you say the bus was going by doing what to each other?
By killing each other and by thinking. See, you see, the problem with a whole lot of blacks today is that we don't understand black nationalism. Once we do, it'll be the guidepost upon which the true liberation of people of African ancestry here and around the world will take place. Now, the moment before, we have to understand exactly who we are. Until we understand who we are, we'll be lost. I mean, everybody's lost until they're found, but eventually you're going to get found sooner or later. But to remain, not to be willing to be led out of your ignorance.
Okay.
You have to be willing to be led out of your ignorance, because to stay in that state of mind would just being sincere ignorance. And for a person to embrace sincere ignorance, for a person to embrace ignorance, it's just, wow. I can see Dr. King right now. He's frowning, he's smiling, but he has a frown too. I mean, we have Obama. Yes, we have Obama, but I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. There's a lot more to be done. So with that, I'd like to say, God bless you. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you, but before we go, let's show the bootleg of Pimpadelic.
Yes,
this is what I was studying when we brought up. We were conversing about our comedy, right? We're comedy buddies.
Yes, we were conversing about going into comedy, and this is got very instrumental in that endeavor.
And then I was telling you that day, 2 days after Christmas, about how he talks about Katt in that DVD about the darks, how the dark places, that's where good comedy comes from.
Yes, dark places, and we believe that we have the dark places.
We know we've had some dark places, right? So we could turn that into great comedy. And when I mentioned that to you, that's when you told me that Katt, that's when you said, oh yeah, he was just down here for Christmas. And I went, what?
He was.
So that's how we connected, because of that bootleg.
Yes, this one right here.
And we might get a bootleg of the bootleg, but it's all good. So we're getting ready to go out and study Katt, some other comedians, you and I, and do what we do. All right. Love you, Funny Mark.
I love you too.
Okay, thank you. Okay, it's the Union Rescue Mission, right across the street from it, and we're going to continue this interview process. So I might get it. There's the midnight mission there.
Did you already go down there?
And then we got the wine garden. We were just there. Now we are with, about 12:30 almost, we're with Mr. Jackson. I call him the mayor, but he says Jackson's bed. Mr. Jackson, how you doing?
I'm trying to be doing well today.
Okay, I just wanted to get you sharing your thoughts about Katt Williams coming down. I know you gave me a tour and everything a couple weeks ago of what's going on and where he was. And what are your thoughts about what happened with Katt coming down here?
Well, it was Christmas Day, and with all the other activity that was going on around town, I think that his appearance down here kind of made a few people's holiday. You see, nobody expected to see him, and I'm not exactly sure what actually brought him down here, but the fact that he did show up. And he was by himself, being himself. There was no entourage, there was no security. He parked the car and he got out. For about a 4-hour period, he was out and about in the public, greeting, meeting, shaking hands, and being amongst the public as one of the public, not the, if you will, star entity and trying to take advantage of that. In fact, everybody would bring it to him. He really didn't have to do that much of anything. He was a gentle person, and he was approachable, very much so. He laughed, joked. They had a little rap session, signed autographs. You know, he was very much approachable, very much approachable. Because when I first met him, and then I left for a while and came back, and surprisingly enough, he was still here. He was still out and about. It was crowded on the street that day. It was basically just walking traffic, and even though there was a small following wherever he would go, obviously, he was able to move around. He was moving around and freely enjoy himself, become involved, part of the people. So it was really a pleasure having him down here and not having it be a media fixed event. It's commercials and presentations. So that's what made it more of a receptacle type of endeavor.
Yeah, they were saying, one of my other interviewees, how the stars come down, but it was something special about Katt surprisingly coming down. And like you say, there was no media here. He didn't have his people posted to get any photo ops. He doesn't even know I'm doing this. I know Katt, I'll tell everyone more about that, but he doesn't, I haven't seen him in 8 years, so he doesn't have any idea what I'm doing and what we're doing, I would rather say, because without your help and everyone being so willing to give me the interviews, we wouldn't be here. But let me just ask you a question about Jackie. I know we wanted to get Jackie on, but just tell the story of Jackie.
Jackie. Oh, Jackie.
Jackie, the one that, you know.
Jackie's a person that I've known for a while. And as Katt was out and about being himself in the crowd, she was standing along the side of a building. I was asking her why she was just kind of observing and wasn't participating. And she expressed a feeling that she did not necessarily blend in crowds very well, and that she was uneasy being around the crowd and him having a crowd around him. And during the time that we were talking, he came into our immediate area, and I called him over and explained the situation, and he went over and introduced himself to the young lady.
Wow.
And that kind of brightened up her day.
Yeah.
She asked me afterwards, because of the way he came over, as though I had known him. And I explained to her, no, I just met him. And she really liked that. Really made her Christmas.
Well, again, it does sound like he made a lot of people's day. And I know this is a special day for you, is it not?
We're talking about the graduation.
The graduation.
Yeah, I got a program here. We're supposed to be graduating here in a little while.
Okay.
And I will admit, they're not necessarily ready for me as I am now.
Yeah.
You see, we have a problem in this area as well as around the United States. It's a little thing called black on black crime, as you can see.
Well, you want me to show them? You got a cast now.
Didn't have it.
You didn't have a cast when you were touring me last week, but
this is what happens when people try to take things from you that really don't belong to them.
Yeah.
And my problem with that is this: they always want to take it from those that don't have.
Right.
But then what can I say? It's the way it is.